Budget phones under 20,000 rupees usually come with one big compromise. Either design looks cheap, or the performance is average, or the display feels outdated. But the POCO M8 walks in and says, what if I do a little bit of everything and still looks premium? I've been using this phone as my daily driver for the last 2 weeks, and what makes it even more interesting is how closely it mirrors the Redmi Note 15, which honestly isn't shocking since both come from Xiaomi's playbook. So the real question is simple. Is the POCO M8 just a rebranded Redmi, or does it actually deserve your money? Let's find out. But before that, if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. This is Siddharth Malhotra and you are watching Digit. Let's get started. Let's start with the design, because POCO has clearly put effort here. The unit I have is carbon black, and honestly, this is the one to get. The carbon style stripes on the back gives it a sporty look. You also get glacial blue and frost silver if you want something cleaner. The back is plastic, but the finish is good. It resists fingerprints, and in daily use, it never feels cheap. The biggest surprise, this phone is just 7.3 mm thin and weighs 178 grams. In hand, it feels slim, lightweight, and way more premium than what you had expect at this price. POCO is also flexing durability here, military standard 810 certification and an IP66 rating for dust and water resistance. That's rare in this segment. Call connectivity has been solid throughout my testing. You get stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos, and while the sound quality is decent, POCO let you push the volume up to crazy 300%. There's also an air blaster on top, small thing but very useful if you like controlling your TV or AC from your phone. One design complaint though, the camera module, it looks like a triple camera setup, but no. 2 real sensors and 1 fake cutout. That's unnecessary drama. Brands should stop doing this. This is where the POCO M8 really flexes. You're getting a 6.77-inch 1.5K 3D curved AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, and yes, it looks premium. I'm personally not the biggest fan of curved display, but there's no denying this one's look sharp, smooth, and vibrant. Scrolling feels fluid, animations are clean, and viewing angles are excellent. If you binge watch a lot of content, you're going to love this panel. Deep blacks, rich contrast, and solid SDR feel. There's an in-display fingerprint scanner. It's fast, but it gets finicky sometimes. POCO claims 3200 nits of peak brightness. In my testing though, I hit around 2100 nits, which is still very good. Indoors or outdoors visibility won't be an issue. Now talking about color reproduction, in my Calman color test, the display recorded an average delta E of 1.3, and in the color gamut test, it managed to cover 95%. The POCO M8 is powered by the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3, which is a solid step up from the Snapdragon 4 Gen 2 on the previous generation. I tested this 8GB RAM plus 256GB storage variant using LPDDR4X RAM and UFS 2.2 storage. For daily use, browsing, social media, and streaming, the phone feels smooth and reliable. No complaints there. Gaming-wise, BGMI runs fine, but let's be clear. This is not a performance beast. You're capped at 60 FPS, and I did notice occasional frame drops. Some competitors also do offer 90 FPS gaming, so hardcore gamers should keep expectations in check. For those of you who cares about numbers, I also ran a few benchmarks. On Antutu, the phone scored 852K, even though POCO claims 825K. On Geekbench, it scored 1020 in the single core and 2958 in the multi-core. Moving on to the 3D Mark Wildlife test, it achieved an overall score of 3269. And finally, in the CPU throttling test, the device throttled to 91%. Now let's talk about the software, which has its pros and cons as well. Out of the box, the POCO M8 runs HyperOS 2.0 based on Android 15, and overall the experience is smooth and polished. The biggest win here is software support. 4 years of Android updates and 6 years of security patches. That's honestly insane for this price segment. Of course, there are AI features as well, like Circle to Search, and there is AI Magic Eraser Pro, in which you can remove unwanted elements from your photos. The con part, there is a lot of bloatware, and most of it can be uninstalled. Camera hardware is simple. A 50 megapixel main sensor paired with a 2 megapixel depth sensor and a 20 megapixel front camera for selfies. In daylight, the main camera performs well, details are good, dynamic range is decent, and colors stay mostly natural. For human subjects, the phone does brighten faces slightly and adds a bit of softness. Portrait mode is a hit or miss. HD direction isn't the best, but in good lighting, you can still get usable shots. The selfie camera is fine. Not bad, not great, just average for this segment. In terms of video, you can record up to 4K at 30 FPS and the output is very shaky. Battery life is another strong point. You get a 5520 mAh battery with 45 watt fast charging, which is a decent bump over the previous generation. In the PC Mark battery test, I got 21 hours and 55 minutes, so you can easily expect a full day of use on regular usage. The 45 watt charger comes in the box and the phone charges from 0 to 100% in about an hour. So, should you buy the POCO M8? Well, if you want a good looking 5G phone with a premium AMOLED display, solid battery life, reliable performance and long-term software support, the POCO M8 makes a very strong case for itself under 20,000 rupees. It's not meant for hardcore gamers or camera enthusiasts, but as a well-balanced everyday smartphone, this one's absolutely delivers. If design, display and battery matter more to you than raw gaming power, the POCO M8 is worth considering. If you like this phone, tell me in the comments, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.